What is up, YouTube? This is O-Artistry here. Now we're going to be doing something a little different today. Originally I was going to do another Pokemon Nuzlocke video. However, I've been basically, slowly also alongside that just casually playing Duel Links. I have been doing the Duelist Kingdom event. I'm gonna throw up some of the conversations that I've had in that game. But interestingly enough, I've been looking at Yu-Gi-Oh products and what products are coming out. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is basically I'm gonna tie in what this product is and what I think is going to happen in Duel Links. So, as you can see here, what we're looking at is Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel GX Duelist of Shadows. Now, its set size is apparently a 228 card set. It will be for collectors, and is coming out on the 31st of March next year, so 2023. So pretty much the end of the month, so it's pretty much almost April. But here it says that there's 8 ready-to-play decks. So that's what I can see. My mouse isn't obviously here, but I can see here that there's 8 decks. The Darkness Awakens, 8 ready-to-play decks to play. And it's apparently going to be about 30 quid. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more, depending on where you are. This might be possibly 20 quid, maybe a little more, a little less, here in the UK. But here it says, Shadows loom large over Duel Academy in the new Speed Duel Duelist of Shadows. So the Shadow Riders have descended upon Speed Duel and joined forces with other villainous characters from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX to cause mayhem and unleash mighty sacred beasts. The deck is designed to allow up to 8 players to jump with their own dynamic gameplay experience with 8 pre-constructed decks along with a selection of other cards that can be used to customize them. Which duelists will you get to command? Here is a sneak peek of the roster. Now, here's something that I find really fascinating. So first of all, one is obviously guaranteed is the Supreme King, which is obviously Jaden. So he's going to use an Evil Hero deck. We have Camula. That is a real shocking surprise one, but it is Shadow Riders, which is the second Shadow Rider to take on the Defenders and uses Vampire deck. Then we have the Shadow Duelist Titan. Originally, he wasn't a Shadow Rider. He was just a clown carny guy, and he basically kidnapped Alexis, and then Jaden dueled him, and then that's how how he ended up with tag teaming with Cyrus against the Paradox Brothers, because they were like, well, you can't be here. It's a bit odd with the rulings and guidelines of those episodes, but I'll shut up about that. That's for a whole other video. But then you also get with Titan, you basically get the it says that it's a chess Archfiend deck. It's just Archfiends. And then you have Tanya, the Amazon Warrior. So Amazoness monsters are coming back, but it's Tanya who is using those. And then we have Emil, aka Professor Banner, who is the last Shadow Rider, and he's coming with the Golden Homunculus. Now, what's interesting is Professor Banner's deck had a lot of non-real cards. Now, there was the Magistus cards that did exist, but he used a lot of alchemy-ish stuff, fake spells and stuff that just did not exist. And it then shows 3 missing cards. So 3 missing, characters. So so far, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I can actually tell you one of those characters right here, right now. Even though they're like, oh, keep an eye on this page and who knows what the sneak preview is going to be, I can already tell you at the top, if you look very closely at the top, you can see Titan, you can see Camula, but you can see Atticus, aka Night Shroud, which means that Red Eyes Black Dragon and Red Eyes Darkness Dragon is coming to Speed Duels. And you can see on the side here is the Sacred Beasts of the packet. Now that says here that you get an additional 20 cards that you can build, And then it also says that you can try your hand at making the Detective Zalug's Dark Scorpion deck. That means that could well be another Shadow Rider revealed right there. I mean, they are pretty much the only ones left over. I mean, I'm trying to think who is left. You've got, there was like a Pharaoh dude, Dark Scorpions, and who was the other Shadow Rider? Was there another Shadow Rider? Hang on, so Night Shroud, Camula. Was Tanya next? I think Tanya was next. Then you had Titan. Then you had, the Egyptian dude. Yeah, Egyptian dude. Then Don Zaluk. And then it was Professor Banner. So that's 7 Shadow Riders. So basically, I reckon and then it was Kagimaru or something like that, Kagimaru. He was the guy who used the Sacred Beasts. So that's probably who the last 3 are. It's probably Kagimaru, the like, what's his face, the Egyptian guy who used these monsters that sucked. They're really bad. They're like zombie, like, cards. It requires, I think, a spell and a trap. They're like sarcophaguses. It's like the first sarcophagus, the second, and the third sarcophagus. It's like a continuous trap, 2 continuous spells. And then it summons a 2500 effect monster that can only be summoned with those following cards. They're not even that good. Anyways. Then, yeah, Kagimaru used the Sacred Beasts, so it's probably him. It could be Yubel. Yubel could be the other character. It might not necessarily be. Or it could be Viper. But it does say the Shadow Riders. So that's why I'm saying that. But, you know, Viper was Season 3. Sartorius was Season 2. So I doubt it's going to be those. It could be those guys. But you never know. But each Speed Duel box has 228 cards, 200 commons, 20 skills, 8 secret rares, but 3 of the 8, so it's technically 5, because the 3 in every box will be Uriah, Hamon, and Rafael. So that basically means that you only get 5 secret rares, not 8. Technically, 3 of those are the Secret Beasts. So that's a bit of a swindle, I would say, because it says here 8 of the 24, but 3 of those are always going to be the Sacred Beast, so you only get 5 each time. So that's a bit really sneaky, to be honest. I don't think that's very good on their part, but there we go. So, but why am I talking about this? Well, interestingly enough, each Speed Duel thing is based off of, so I have Speed Duel products, is based off of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, which is the app that is free to play. You can put money into it. But there are characters here that in these sets that are not in the game. So I can tell you right now, for example, Night Shroud, Camula, Titan, and Emil, aka, you know, Professor Banner, they are not in Duel Links right now. As of recording this is the 15th of the 10th, they are not in this game. The only one who is the Supreme King. He came out a year, 2 years ago, something like that. He is the only one. So this is massively a surprise that these characters are coming to Speed Duels. Because currently in Duel Links, we've entered frames, okay? So we know that in the next couple days, Blue Angel is coming out. She is guaranteed. And I feel it's like we've passed that kind of point with unlocking characters like the Shadow Riders, because the current meta doesn't make them that viable. And a lot of their cards, like Camula's, like Vampire Lord for example, are already in, you know, they're already in the game. So it's a bit of a surprise, it's a bit of a shock that these characters are coming to Speed Duels, because they're not in Duel Links. Does that make sense? Because, you know, Duel Links came out first. Speed Duels, which is basically a physical format, it's a physical version of this game, of Duel Links. You know, and we have characters that are now being advertised that aren't even in the digital game. So it makes me wonder, in the upcoming updates, because we haven't had the upcoming updates for November yet, or December, you know, obviously I made a theory video. That was about the future of Duel Links, at kind of like what would be happening after, for next September, because I doubt it's Rush Duels. No way is it going to be Rush Duels. So, and I'm thinking it's a big crossover event, but what about these characters? You know, so what about characters like Camula and Nightshroud? Fan favorites that people have been banging on about for ages that we haven't got. Now, the biggest issue with that is, simply put, there are other characters that haven't appeared in Duel Links yet. For example, the worst worst dueling worlds currently is Arc 5. Arc 5 closely followed by Zexal. Zexal has added Anna Kaboom and Rio recently. So to be fair to them, they have slowly added characters there. But the last character they added was Sora. Who was the last character before that? Yuto. When was Yuto out? When Master Duel came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, these characters, they've barely been added any. GX has a lot of characters, missing quite a few. You know, like the Shadow Riders, but they are missing other characters. Like Adrian. Adrian still isn't in the game, and he uses Cloudians. Cloudians have been in the game for ages. So, does this mean, is this a hint that these characters are coming to Duel Links? Quite possibly. Quite possibly indeed, but we don't know that until there's upcoming updates. But I'm putting some money on that somehow some of these characters are coming to Duel Links, because there's no way they're gonna release maybe one or two of them. I don't know. If they say let's say they added one character a month. Well, there's no way, because like we're in October now and it's Blue Angel. So November, December, January, February, March. That's 5 characters. No way are they adding 5 characters from this set to Duel Links, just constantly month after month, because that's a lot of GX love, and that's not even like 5Ds where they've had like Sherry LeBlanc kind of like advertised in one of the events, but she's not a character yet, you know what I mean? She's not a character. So like, no way are they adding like 5 in these next coming months of GX. They don't even do that. You know, sometimes it might be obtain a legendary character, and then other times it's a character appears. Now, a character appearing, they could, every month, every 5 months, they could randomly, like, let's say, I don't know, Camula, right? Let's say Camula is a character who appears, but an unlockable character could be a Arc 5, it could be a Zexal, 5Ds, you know. I doubt Duel Monsters, I don't think there's many others from Duel Monsters. But yeah, this is just, it's just a quick little video. My thoughts on this box, I think it's going to be really cool. If you're a collector, I think this is going to be great. You know, it's going to have a lot of cards that, you know, old school, you know, that I think are really cool, that you could buy, and, you know, character skills. But I'm just a bit, you know, in terms of Duel Links' side of things, because this is what this normally follows, this is huge, because it's like adding characters that aren't even in the game. So yeah, it's just a quick little video. Let me know what you guys think. You know, please like, share, subscribe for more content. This is definitely a different video. You know, I've not really done anything like this before, but it's interesting. It's interesting. I'll probably do a Pokemon video. Tuesday is probably where it's most likely going to hit. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hurry on, peeps! Take care, guys.